Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And you can see my beautiful leftover neutral colored metallic paints that I want to use for the land portion. And some brown. Ha! Something I never do. Of this 16 by 20 inch canvas. And these are the colors I'm going to put in my sky. I think I'm going to start with some white, and I don't need it out of that bottle. But that thing that's on there has got to go. Okay, it was in the primer to begin with. Sorry about that. I didn't notice that until right now. So I'm going to use my OXO omelet turning spatula, best paint spreading tool I know of, available for everyone on list number 1 when you follow my Amazon link that's under the video. And there's all kinds of cool stuff there, really. There's chain and basting brushes and Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas also. There's my go-to. And there's 5 others that I like, and one that's weird. And someday I might figure out what to do with that one, but this is not that day. So I don't want a super heavy layer of paint because I am just going to be swiping my sky in place. Blue a lot of times does not sell, but I'm using a color that may sell. So I've got a really nice, it's cool out here today, it's not hot, and it's getting cooler as the sun drops behind the trees. So the paint will stay wet longer. And I'm going to leave that paint on there for a minute. And boy, that's not really the color I was expecting it to be. Why don't we grab something different? I need a different blue. I'll just grab, I'm just going to give a little bit of everything a go. That's kind of a lot, coming out a lot more like what I had in mind. More or less randomly. Let's see if I can, whoops, crash. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of this purple just because I happen to be a big fan. It does sell. And here is a probably darker color, yeah, purple than I was expecting, but I can also use some Prussian blue if I went in there. Here's some metallic blue I really like, if it's open. It's open enough to drop some drops on there. So let me get these out of my way at the moment, somewhat anyway, and just go ahead. I'm going to tap some down over the edge. Because I can, the name of my book on the Amazon link, now joined by Volume 2, Unlimited Possibilities, which is the second 100 videos I did for YouTube. Now I'm kind of like thinking I want to do some desert scenes because I have a date in desert country in March, and I may actually tote some paintings with me, and it would be nice. I do sell my artwork and this is a really good opportunity if I can manage to accomplish some desert flavored scenes. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of inclined to grab my straw and some of this white pearl and see what happens. If I blow into it. I do have little cells in my sky, but they're not bothering me. I really kind of like them a lot. I could wipe off that spatula, and I think I will, now that I mention it, on my wet studio rag. And then again on my pants, and we got a heck of a wind coming up. Wow, hold on to everything. Yeehaw, microbursts! Okay, I'm so happy more things didn't go crashing to the ground. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and put a line of paint in here. Glad that's over. And let it go right up into that area. Somebody's getting balled out next door. Oops. It looks like it wants to dendrite the black as I get to the sky, so probably I'm going to tip something that. Speaking of tipping, I probably have an edge catcher handy that I will use in a minute if I get some of my bottles of paint out of the way, please, without spill. Oh, come on. I lost the wind and then I tipped over all the bottles. Let's get that torch. It's really, really top heavy because of the torch head from Art Resin. So I'm just going to do pretty random stuff and hope that it can turn out the way I'm hoping it will by adding a little bit of solid color, which is my plan. And I'm going to use gold for sand. Am I? Maybe not. Okay, I've got some more gold over there. Nothing seems to want to come out right now. Come on, you can do it. And because I like the Prussian blue for shadows, I'm going to do some of that. Also, I haven't used any of my purple today, and I really love having purple in these things. What I don't love is me leaving all of my bottles where I can't get them out of the way quickly enough, and I want to right now. I'm so sorry for taking that time. So I need my edge catcher, and I am going to start by flowing my paint all the way over onto the edge catcher and letting it pool. And then before it gets to be too far, I'm going to rock the edge catcher and let it pool on the other side. But I think what I want to do is grab all of that paint, which isn't much right now, and put it right over here. Things are flying everywhere. And go ahead and come back. No, that was not part of the plan. Okay, well, I guess we're going to have some purple in the sky. I don't even know where that came from. I bet you know more than I do. Okay, so we got some purple in the sky, and I don't mind it. That's cool. And we're going to go back again. This time I'm going to hold the edge catcher down further and hope that the wind doesn't come up. And if I think that I have too much stuff going on as far as pattern goes, the wind is coming up, then I will add some solid colors into there. I like the way the gold looks as a tan. I'm going to rock my edge catcher again, and I'm going to take my paint off it again after I take my sky color out of there. Put that right down at the bottom. And I think after I go down, and I am going to go down next, whoop, right under the edge. I haven't painted for a few days, and sometimes I feel a little clumsy. So never think you're alone if you haven't painted for a while and it's a little scary for you. It's not, you're not alone, believe me. Alright, so after I get enough of a puddle down at the bottom, I'm going to let it roll one way and up, and then flow that in, and then over, I'm even going to let it just, oh please, I'm going to let it run down between the canvas and the edge catcher. Squeezing it helps. And then I'm going to flow all of that right back up again. And it looks like a piece of picture, Jasper, and I'm stoked. That is cool. Alrighty. I'm still going to have to do something up here, which I think is going to be more tipping. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, because I really like some of those patterns up at the top, and I believe my wave of paint will swallow them. I like the white in there, how it's mixed in. I'm not sure what to do about this, but I do have brown, because I can see that canvas. and I never use brown. So today's my brown day. For experimenting with brown. Because in my opinion, it's desert color. I'm sure the painted desert is referring to all kinds of colors. So if I get that wrong, don't fault me. I love the purple. Kind of want to blend it in there. I don't know what happens with brown. It's my first serious experiment with it. Kind of wants a black again. Hopefully I won't get too much paint in here. Oh, the brown's doing something very cool. It's creating a few cells. Should be nervous about the dendrite problem with the sky, but I'm not. I'm trying to think what I can use to blend that. The straw seems kind of safer than some things. I'm pretty sure that I can tap my spatula in there and get some texture that I like. A bunch of places. I am using a little more paint than I usually use, but I like creating the look of different layers, and I'm not adverse to going ahead hopefully. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I'm good with that. And I've got a space over here. And I guess I am going to go ahead and give myself permission to add a little black. Following the edge of something. And my companion has forgotten that I am recording, so he is having a conversation. And I'm hoping that he remembers shortly that he should at least keep his voice down a little. I like that. A little black here and there. I refuse to shout. I'm recording, you're on the phone. Please don't do that. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and torch, because no matter how... What is that? It's a new cloud. Yeah, we're just going to ruffle up the sky a little bit. Check for places that might need to be covered on the edges. And I am really lucky this time. There is a nice bead of paint that's flowed down over the edge on my sky area. Looks like we got some water in the desert. I'm going to leave it. Couldn't leave well enough alone, could ya? Nope. I got some stuff at the bottom, but I want to make sure it gets covered, and it's mostly because I can see canvas. It makes me want to put some more brown down there. I was going to torch, but right now, what am I going to do? Right now I'm going to add some more white over here, because I see that I have not enough level surfaces, because I see that I have a place that I want a cloud. And I got quite a bit of blue there. And that makes me think that I ought to put some straight up white in a few places. I got a minute and a half left. To tell you guys, if you want to help me out, watch the videos for longer. You can find them on the end screen. Excuse me, that's a lie. You can find the monthly drawing on the end screen for those who donate to keep the studio going. I think I got some stuff to clean up from that microburst pretty quick. I can see a whole bunch of it over there. So what else should I tell you? And did I leave myself a crib sheet and it blew away? Okay. Then I can only tell you I would appreciate it if you decide to share my videos. That's really a big help to me. I'm going to take the paint off of this edge catcher. And use it because it's not going to be good anywhere else, I don't think. I love you guys. There's almost 85,000 of you. I am going to torch now. I'm going to knock that paint right down along the bottom because it's there on my spatula, and why should I not? If you're looking for videos to binge on, you might want to check my created playlists on my channel header by clicking on my channel header name or my face. I do sell my artwork. My email address is directly below the video if you want to inquire. I also give classes at the house in Spring Hill. I got tremendous patterns and beautiful cells, and I'm really not dissatisfied with how this turned out, except for where I'm sticking my finger where I saw some canvas, and I don't think it's going to hurt anything because it's a nice heavy layer of paint, so long as I don't toast my finger. So we torch to release the patterns in the paint, but also we torch to release the bubbles that might be caught in the paint from shaking the bottles and or stirring the paint with anything, as long as there's pouring mediums in there. So I love you guys. I hope to see you tomorrow. There's a video every day. I keep finding stuff in my sky. I guess I'm messy today. But this was a good experiment, and I've got more paint, so I might be doing it again in a minute. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.